We apologize for that, folks. A little bit of a commentating error there in our technology. But I am Boston Harding here with
Zangarothi.
and this is the first game in the 6A baseball state state tournament going against the Pleasant Grove Vikings, the 2nd seed, and the Lehi Pioneers, the 10th seed. Now a 2-2 count. Takes ball 4, takes the first base of the tournament. Now coming to the plate, number 9, Boston Coolidge. First pitch takes a strike. The 0-1 to Boston takes for ball number 1. Cut on a miss for strike at number 2 to Boston, now a 1-2. The deliver gets a piece of that in foul territory. Multiple tracking and into the bullpen, not able to be caught. Still a 1-2. Keaton takes the sign. Checks her runner at first, not in time. Cut on a miss for strike number 3. Now 1 out on the board to the Lehi Pioneers. Now to the plate, number 5, Cole Ybarra. First pitch takes a strike. Second pitch. Gets a piece of that, fouled back towards the Pleasant Grove dugout. Now an 0-2. That was a crazy voice crack right there. I don't want to talk about it. Oh-2 to Cole. Gets a piece of that to keep him alive. The deliver outside for ball number 1. Gets a piece of that and fouled off the third baseline. And he is hit by that one. That brings base runners to first and second. Not the best pitching start from Keaton Nordic here at the UCCU ballpark at UVU. That brings up number 14, Dawson Brown. Now a 1-1 to Dawson. The pitch. Taking for strike number 2. And that one is hit foul. Umpire calling it off of the handle of the bat. Lehi coach coming over to argue, saying that it got him right in the wrist or the hand. And that is called a foul ball off the handle of the bat. Still a 2-2 count to Dawson Brown. Takes a cut on that one and fouled back. Taking on the top left corner for ball 3, now a full count. And that one gets him right on the back. Now bases are loaded, 1 out on the board. Pleasant Grove not starting off well.
Boston, I've said it a lot in the past. I still am a firm believer. You got to give them time to warm up, but at the same time, it's a cold game today. Like it
is very cold today.
Really cold, and obviously that's probably going to affect pitching-wise, as your hands are going to be freezing. Much harder to probably get the ball and throw the ball. But again, I'm still a firm believer. You just got to give them time to warm up. Those first 2 innings, and then we've seen it a lot too from Keaton Nordic, where a lot of times the first 2 innings aren't the best for him, and then after that he just goes on a straight roll.
Yeah. We have seen that multiple times from Keaton Nordic. Hopefully looking to see that tonight too, or I don't know why I'm saying tonight. It's 11 in the morning. That will bring up number 15, Brandon Manuki. First deliver, cut on a miss for strike number 1. Starting in a pitcher's count, second takes a strike. Now an 0-2. High for ball number 1. Fourth pitch. Takes a cut on that one. Fouled back, going into the Lehi dugout. That one getting Manuki right on the back, brings in 1 run for the Lehi Pioneers, starting them off well, still bases loaded. And I don't know, Zane, this isn't a great start for Keaton Nordic.
Not at all.
I don't know if I would agree with the 2-inning warm-up. Taking strike number 1. Gets a piece of that, goes into left center, making the grab at shortstop, number 8, Drew Smith. Now 2 outs on the board, bases loaded. Great scoring position here as number 1 comes to the plate, Ozzie Williams. Takes ball number 1 outside. Takes ball 2 high now as well. Takes strike number 1. Caught on a miss for strike number 2. Now in an even 2-2 with 2 outs on the board. Gets a piece of that and fouled back. Takes ball high, now a full count. Gets a piece of that, put in play, straight to the second baseman, and makes a throw to first to end out the top of the first, holding them to 1 run. Pleasant Grove needs to come back here and make a statement of their own. Coming to the plate first for the Vikings on offense, number 11, Nash Bennett. First offering is inside and low for ball number 1. Second pitch, that one high. Now a 2-0.
Takes ball number 2 now. Nash Bennett now in a 2-1 count. As that one fouled back right into the Lehi dugout. As Nash Bennett caught looking for out number 1. As that is going to bring up the shortstop for the Vikings, number 8, Drew Smith. As Drew Smith makes contact with that, but fouled back straight to the Pleasant Grove dugout.
Takes for strike number 2. On the drop, third strike, could not make it to first for out number 2.
As now coming up to bat, number 1, R.J. Wilson. As R.J. Wilson takes strike number 1. R.J. Wilson taking strike number 2 now in a 0-2 count. As R.J. Wilson taking ball number 1 now in a 1-2 count. Pleasant Grove has 2 outs on the board. As R.J. Wilson cut on a miss for out number 3 to end the bottom of the first. Lehigh Pioneers leading 1-0. Pleasant Grove not having the best start at all. As now Keaton Nordic still gonna be on the mound, hoping to be able to make a statement here and come back pitching wise. As Keaton Nordic kicks, deals, going, that ball going straight to right field, tracking and can't be caught as it goes out of the mitt and giving the batter to second base as Nash Clement could not come down with that. As now coming up to bat number 2, Gavin Yates. As Keaton Nordic thinks about checking runner on second. Nordic kicks, deals for strike number 1. Now 0-1 count to Gavin Yates. Nordic deals as Gavin Yates fouls that one back straight to the Lehi bullpen. As Gavin Yates has himself in an 0-2 count. Nordic deals that one, getting over Nordic to Drew Smith. Drew Smith to Mason Henry. And in time for out number 1. As that is going to advance the runner from second to third, but getting the batter out at first. As now batting number 7, the shortstop for the Lehi Pioneers, Maze Madsen, as that hit going straight to R.J. Wilson, and R.J. Wilson will toss it over to Mason Henry for out number 2. As that's going to bring up, number 9, Boston Drakulich. As Boston takes ball number 2, now in a 2-0 count. As Keaton Nordic needing to hold up through one more out. As that pitch going straight down the middle for strike number 1. As that one going straight to left field, dropping, advancing one more run, bringing in number 3, Cooper Williams, and giving Boston Drakulich a single. Now Lehi Pioneers are leading 2-0 in the top of the second. Pleasant Grove needing to figure something out in order to stay in this game, as it is early on in the game, and you can already tell Keaton Nordic has gotten pretty warmed up as he is has been dealing the top of the second. As batting number 5, Cole Ibarra, as Cole now has himself in an 0-2 count. As that one going foul to the Pleasant Grove bullpen. Nordic deals as that one going straight to left field, dropping and giving Cole Ibarra a single, as that is going to advance the runner from first to second. Now runners on first and second. Pleasant Grove needs to figure something out, and figure something out fast, as this is probably one of their slowest starts we've seen probably all season, as we've seen a few games from Pleasant Grove where it's been pretty slow, but then they figure it out, which obviously that can happen in this case, as it is still early on in the game.
The 0-1 pitch. Takes a cut on that one, goes into right center, and dropping it down for a single brings in one more run. And now the Pioneers are ahead by 3. That will bring up number 15, Brandon Manuki.
As Keaton Nordic cannot get in his head as once. Okay, for Keaton Nordic, this is what I'd have to say is you can't get in your head. You have to think about the next batter. You have to think about the next play and forget about what you did in the past. Because once you start thinking about every mistake you've made, and especially when you're pitching, you just can't do that. It's gonna affect you in probably every way. And already Keaton Nordic is having this inning. He's done better than the first inning already, but it's been a slow start for Keaton as that hit getting straight past Mason Henry as that is going to bring in one run as the runner trying to advance to home and tripped running. As now Pleasant Grove is losing by 4. Lehi 4, Pleasant Grove 0, and it is only the top of the second. Lehi has found themselves in a groove as if they keep playing like this, it's going to be so hard to stop them.
Now coming to the plate, number 4, Jake Welch. That one popped up. Tracking, and Mason Henry making the grab to end out the top of the second. Pioneers getting 3 runs, now 4-0. Now coming to the plate, number 22, CJ Anderson takes a strike, first pitch. Takes a second as well. Outside for ball number 1. Gets a piece of that. Drooper just off of first, and that is foul. Keeps it 1-2. Gets a piece of that just past the pitcher, and that is in for a base hit. Off that single from C.J. Anderson comes to the plate, number 6, Nash Clement. Takes a ball outside. Gets a piece of that and fouled back. Now a 1-1. Low for ball number 2. Foul tips that one back. Now a even 2-2. Gets a piece of that, gets past the third baseman for another base hit.
As now Nash Clement on first, C.J. Anderson on second. Now he's going to bring up number 24, Mason Henry. As Mason Henry now steps into the box. As Mason Henry cut on a miss for strike number 1. As Mason Henry taking ball number 1, now a 1-1 count. Mason making contact with that and going foul towards the Lehi bullpen. Mason Henry having himself in a 1-2 count. As that pitch going into the dirt for ball number 2. As that pitch going into the dirt again, now Mason Henry has himself in a full count. As that pitch going low and inside for ball number 4 walking. Mason Henry making bases loaded for number 9, Keaton Nordic. As Mason Henry on first, Nash Clement on second, and CJ Anderson on third. Vikings still have 0 outs. As Keaton Nordic taking ball number 1. As Keaton looking and taking ball number 2 on deck after Keaton Nordic is number 37, Brad Farr, the designated hitter. As the Lehi pitching coach is going to come out and talk to the pitcher and the rest of the infielders, looking like he's going to leave the pitcher in. As Keaton Nordic having himself in a 2-0 count. As Keaton Nordic making contact with that, but fouled back. Keaton Nordic making contact with it once again. As that one is going to foul back. Keaton Nordic having himself in a 2-2 count. As that pitch high and just high for a full count. As
called strike 3 looking on Keaton Nordic for 1 out on the board. Now coming to the plate, number 37, the designated hitter, Brad Farr. Bases loaded with 1 out. Pleasant Grove in a great scoring position here. First pitch high. High and outside for ball number 2. Outside, ball number 3. Brad in a 3-0 count now. takes strike number 1. Caught on a miss for strike number 2. Gets a piece of that, going into center and making the grab for out number 2. And CJ Anderson making it home to put the first run on the board for the Vikings. Now bringing the lead to 3, 4-1.
As I was going to bring up number 7, Ryder Huntsman. As Ryder Huntsman caught taking strike number 1. Ryder Huntsman making contact and fouling that one back for strike number 2. Now Ryder Huntsman in an 0-2 count with 2 outs on the board. As Ryder Huntsman making contact and fouled, just going towards the Pleasant Grove dugout. As Mason Henry on first and Nash Clement still on second. As that pitch in the dirt for ball number 1. As Ryder making contact with that and fouled back. As Ryder Huntsman has himself in a 1-2 count. As that pitch in the dirt for ball number 2. As that pitch low and outside for ball number 3, Ryder Huntsman has himself now in a full count. As everyone thought that was a ball, as Coach Henry is now going to come out and talk to the umpires. He was thinking, as he thought it was a ball as well. As that was the final out of the bottom of the second. Pleasant Grove only scoring 1 run. Lehi still in the lead 4-1, leaving Keaton Nordic on the mound. As now batting number 1, Ozzie Williams. Ozzie Williams showing bunt and fouled back. As that pitch outside for ball number 1, Ozzie Williams, and has himself in a 1-1 count. On deck after Ozzie Williams is number 3, Cooper Williams. As Keaton Nordic deals for strike number 2. As Keaton Nordic kicks, deals, and that one popped up straight into right field. As Nash Clement cannot track it, as that one bouncing back to the fence, giving Ozzie Williams a feet first sliding triple. As the Lehi Pioneers have themselves in a roll, as they are already proving it's going to be hard to stop them this game. And they're proving that really good right now, as they are leading 4-1. But again, it is only the top of the third. Pleasant Grove can easily make a run. As that hit getting past Ryder Huntsman and Drew Smith, bringing in Ozzie Williams and giving Cooper Williams a single. As now the Lehi Pioneers are up by 4, 5-1. As number 2, Gavin Yates, is out to bat. As that pitch low and outside for ball number 1. Gavin Yates having himself in a 1-1 count. As Gavin Yates, that one going straight to RJ Wilson for out number 1. As now batting number 7, Mays Matson. As runner steals to second and will get there in time, as Drew Smith cannot hold on to the ball. As Mays Matson has himself in a 1-0 count. As Keaton Nordic kicks, deals, and outside for ball number 2. As that pitch outside for ball number 3, now Mays Matson in an amazing spot in a 3-0 count. As Keaton Nordic gets that one in for strike number 1. Now Mays Matson in a 3-1 count. As Keaton Nordic stepped off. Nordic deals. Mays Matson making contact with that, going straight to the third baseman, Ryder Huntsman. Ryder Huntsman straight to Mason Henry for out number 2. As that's going to bring up number 9, Boston Drakulich. as Boston Drakulich making contact with that and going foul. So that pitch low for ball number 1, as now Boston Drakulich has himself in a 1-1 count. As Boston Drakulich cut on a miss for strike number 2. Nordic kicks, it deals, and a cut on miss, but a drop. Third strike, and Cale Dunn to Mason Henry for the final out of the top of the third, holding the Pioneers to 1 run. As Pleasant Grove, this is the inning they need to make something happen, as they are down 4. As going back to the top of the lineup for the Vikings, number 11, Nash Bennett, as Bennett will take strike number 1. Bennett taking ball number 1 as that pitch low. As Bennett making contact with that, popped up in the right field. As the right fielder will come down with that for out number 1. As that is going to bring up the shortstop for the Vikings, number 8, Drew Smith. As Drew Smith now stepping into the box. As Smith taking ball number 1. As that pitch going in the dirt for ball number 2. Drew Smith caught looking for strike number 2, or strike number 1. Smith taking ball number 3 now has himself in a 3-1 count. As Drew making contact with that, going into right field, giving Drew Smith a single. As that is going to bring up the shortstop for the Vikings, number 1, R.J. Wilson. as RJ Wilson making contact with that, as the third baseman tracking and coming down with it for out number 2 for the Vikings, as leaving Drew Smith on first.
That will bring up number 22, CJ Anderson. First offering outside for ball number 1. Checks Drew up first, not in time. Gets a piece of that, going foul, now a 1-1. Checks Drew up first again, not in time. Well hit into center field, tracking and making the grab for out number 3. Vikings still trail by 4, 5-1 in the top of the 4th inning. Coming to the plate first for the Pioneers, number 5, Cole Ybarra. First pitch inside, says that it nicks him. That'll bring up number 14, Dawson Brown, now with a base runner on first. First pitch takes a strike. Second pitch gets a hold of that, throw over to second in time, throw to first also in time for a double play. Now 2 outs on the board to the Lehi Pioneers. Is now coming to the plate, number 15, Brandon Manuki. Taking strike number 1. Gets a piece of that, going back and foul. That one inside and low for ball number 2. Taking ball number 4 now brings Brandon to first. Jake Welch starting in an 0-1. Time is called by Cale Dunn. Inside for ball number 1 as that gets away from Cale Dunn. As I apologize, ball 2. As time is called by Pleasant Grove, as Coach Henry will come out to talk to to Keaton Nordic, as they will most likely take him out in the top of the 4th here. As they will take Keaton Nordic out and bring in number 21, Hiram Long. Jake Welch still in the 2-0 count. Now with Hiram Long on the mound. First pitch cut on a miss, now a 2-1. High for ball number 3. Inside and low for ball number 4. Now base runners on first and second. Now to the plate, number 1, Ozzie Williams.
Long kicks, deals, and outside for ball number 1. Long deals. And high and outside for ball number 2. Long for strike number 1. I almost said right down the middle, but Ozzie Williams now has himself in a 2-1 count. As Ozzie Williams making contact and going foul. Ozzie Williams now in a 2-2 count. As Long deals and high outside for ball number 3. Ozzie Williams now has himself in a full count. Hiram Long only needing one more out to end the top of the 4th. As that pitch called for strike to end the top of the 4th. As from my angle, it almost looked like that one was a ball. As umpire says otherwise, and Hiram Long coming out strong to end the top of the 4th, holding the Pioneers to 0 runs. As that is the first inning, the Pioneers have not scored. As now coming up to bat the right fielder, number 6, Nash Clement. Nash Clement taking ball number 1. As Nash Clement making contact with that going left field, the left fielder tracking and caught for out number 1 for the Vikings. As that is going to bring up the first baseman, number 24, Mason Henry. As Mason Henry's last at bat, he did get walked. As Mason Henry not swinging for ball number 1. As Mason Henry making contact with that going left field and cannot be caught as that one's going out of the left fielder's glove, giving Mason Henry a feet first sliding double. As a new batter coming into the lineup, the freshman number 3, Tavake, or as people call him, Vake Wolfgram, Tua Wolfgram's younger brother.
I think they had to put him in the lineup because I did notice that they switched him out for Cale Dunn as catcher.
As Vake's first at bat, going straight to the pitcher to the first baseman for out number 2. Sorry, you got it, Boston.
That will bring up number 37, Brad Farr, the designated hitter. First pitch in the dirt for ball number 1. Check swing does not go on the low ball. Gets a piece of that, goes into center, and making the grab for out number 3. Vikings not scoring in the bottom of the 4th, now to bring the top of the 5th. Now to the plate, number 3, Cooper Williams. First pitch gets a piece of that, goes into right field, and making the grab for out number 1.
As that is going to bring up number 2, Gavin Yates. Long kicks, deals, and ball number 1 for Gavin Yates. Pitch in the dirt for ball number 2. As the home plate umpire relying on the base umpire to make the call and calls him safe for ball number 3. As Hiram Wrong gets the first strike, now a 3-1 count for Gavin Yates. As Gavin Yates making contact with that, going into left field, giving Yates a single. As now batting number 7, Mays Matson. As Matson taking ball number 1. Checks runner on first, not in time, as that ball getting out of Mason Henry's glove, but keeping a runner at first. Long deals for ball number 2. Now Matson has himself in a 2-0 count. As Matson taking strike number 1, now a 2-1 count. Long deals outside for ball number 3. Now Matson in a 3-1 count. As that pitch going for ball number 4. Now runners on first and second.
Now coming to the plate, number 9, Boston Drakulich. First offering, ball low. Second pitch taking a strike. Now an even 1-1. taking strike number 2 as well. Gets a piece of that slow roller just past second. Throw to second is in time for out number 2. But now runners on the corners. That brings up number 5, Cole Yabara. And that one hits him on the arm. Now, bases loaded. That will bring up number 14, Dawson Brown. First offering to Dawson. Check swing. Says he goes for strike number 1. Second pitch fouled off, now an 0-2 count. Hiram now one strike away from ending the top of the 5th. That one fouled back. Still an 0-2. Caught on a miss for strike number 3. That ends the top of the 5th with 3 runners left on base. Pioneers scoreless. Still a 5-1 ball game. Vikings trail by 4. Starting up first for the Vikings, number 7, Ryder Huntsman, who takes a strike first pitch. Fouled off to second. Third pitch outside for ball number 1. Gets a piece of that and fouled off to the right. Still a 1-2 to Ryder. Gets a piece of that, also fouled off to the right. Inside for ball number 2. Gets a piece of that, almost getting the pitcher, but that is in for a base hit. That brings the top of the lineup, number 11, Nash Bennett. Takes a strike first pitch. Way outside for ball number 1. Checks right out at first, throw not in time. Taking for strike number 2. Gets a piece of that, goes to first, steps on the bag for the out, but advances the runner. Now one out on the board with a base runner on second. As number 8, Drew Smith, comes to the plate. That is well hit into center and gets down. Waving in Ryder. That is a double for Drew Smith, as well as bringing in 1 run. It is now 5-2.
As now bringing up the second baseman for the Vikings, number 1, R.J. Wilson. As Drew Smith on second, and Pleasant Grove having 1 out. As R.J. Wilson caught looking for strike number 1. as R.J. Wilson making contact with that going straight into center field, and Drew Smith tagging up from second to third. As now Pleasant Grove having 2 outs with Drew Smith on third.
That will bring up number 22, CJ Anderson. First offering, low for ball number 1. Taking for strike number 1 as well. That one fouled off to the left. Caught on a miss for strike number 3. Dropped. Throw to first is in time for out number 3. That will end the bottom of the 5th. Starting the top of the 6th, Vikings cut the lead to 3, now 5-2. Up first for the Lehi Pioneers, number 15, Brandon Manuki. First pitch high. Second one low and outside. Brandon starts an 2-0. Caught on a miss for strike number 1. Taking ball number 3. Inside for ball number 4. That brings Brandon to first. That brings up number 4, Jake Welch. Outside and low for ball number 1. Inside for ball number 2, as Coach Henry now coming out to talk to Hiram Long.
As that is going to be the end for Hiram Long. As I do want to say, he did come out hot. Like the 4th and the 5th inning, he didn't let the Pioneers score, and those were the only 2 innings they didn't score, was when he was pitching. As now coming at the pitch, number 10, I believe, is Maddox Webb. As yes, number 10, Maddox Webb. It has been a while since we have seen him. I believe last time we saw him was when he closed the Taylorsville game in St. George.
I thought he pitched in the Westlake series.
Did he? Oh, he did. You're right. I forgot that we went.
We had like
I forgot that we
pitchers.
went through like
3.
all. Yeah, went through Hiram, Van, and Maddox. As I believe we're trying to save Van Haney for next game is my theory. Otherwise, I believe we probably would have put him in already by now. As Pleasant Grove needing to make something happen, down 5-2, as Pleasant Grove only has 2 more innings to come back in this game.
Jake Welch now coming back to the plate, still in 2-0 count. First pitch. Now in the dirt, now a 3-0. Taking strike number 1. Now a 3-1 to Jake Welch. Takes ball number 4 outside in the low. Now moving base runners to first and second. Still no outs on the board. As now coming to the plate, number 1, Ozzie Williams. That ball low, runner to third. Throw is out of Ryder Huntsman's glove. Would have been in time. Now runners on the corners. Or as that advanced, the first base runner as well. Did not notice that one. Now runners on second and third. Ball too low. Two 0 pitch, takes a strike. Now makes it 2-1 to Ozzie Williams. Gets a piece of that, just gets past the second baseman, brings in 1 run, stumbling at third, brings in another for a double. Now 7-2. Lehi takes a 5-point run, or 5-point lead in the top of the 6th. That will bring up number 3, Cooper Williams. First pitch, takes a strike. Second pitch, takes a swing at that one, gets a piece of it, throw to first in time for out number 1. That brings up number 2, Gavin Yates. Taking for strike number 1. Gets a piece of that, goes to the second baseman. RJ Wilson throws over to first in time for out number 2. And that also advances the base runner to third. Now to the plate, Mays Madsen, number 7. 2 outs on the board, runner on third. First offering, taking for strike number 1. Ball low. Gets behind the catcher for a second. Now an even 1-1. Gets a piece of that, goes to RJ. Collects, the throw is in time for out number 3. Going into the bottom of the 6th, Vikings trail by 5 runs. Vikings need to pull something out here to bring it to be a closer game, to potentially take the lead here or continue to work at it in the bottom of the 7th. Starting off the bottom of the 6th, Nash Clement, number 6. First pitch takes a strike. Second pitch, cut on a miss for strike number 2. That one in the dirt for ball number 1. Check swing, says he goes for strike number 3. Oh, out number 1 for the Vikings. That will bring up number 24, Mason Henry. In the dirt for ball number 1. Taking strike number 1 as well. Now an even 1-1. High for ball number 2. Outside for ball number 3. Mason Henry in a batter's count 3-1. Taking strike number 2. Now a full count, 3-2. Gets a piece of that, popped up, going to right center, tracking and making the grab for out number 2. Now to the plate, Vake Wolfgram, number 3. First pitch fouled off. Starts with an 0-1. Check swing does not go. Ball in the dirt for ball number 1. Inside, ball number 2. That one popped back. Now a 2-2 count. High for ball number 3. Bake with the full count. Takes a cut on that one. Squirrel rower to second. Throw is in time for out number 3. Vikings cannot score in the bottom of the 6th, bringing the top of the 7th 7-2 as Vikings trail by 5. Leading off for the Pioneers in the top of the 7th, number 9, Boston Drakulich. First pitch high and in for ball number 1. Low for ball number 2. Inside, ball number 3. Taking ball number 4 brings him to first on a 4-pitch walk. As Coach Henry comes out to talk to, thought was going to be Maddox Webb, as he talks to the umpire, potentially asking about where some of the pitches were located in order to be balls in that at-bat. As that will be the end of Maddox Webb, number 10. Now bringing in, let's see, number 12, Noah Brady to the mound, who, honestly, I have not seen pitch too much, but I do know that he has been performing well when we need him to. And he was the third baseman earlier on into the season, which has been, the spot has been taken by Noah Brady, by Ryder Huntsman at number 7. I was never informed on why the switch happened. I would be curious on to know why, as Noah Brady was doing great at third baseman at the start of this year, but it seemed to work out for Pleasant Grove, putting Noah Brady into their pitching arsenal, you can call it, and putting Ryder Huntsman in at third base. Let's see what Noah Brady can pull out in the top of the 7th. Hopefully keep the Pioneers to no runs and let Pleasant Grove have a chance at coming back in the bottom of the 7th. First pitch inside for ball number 1. Second pitch, foul tips that one back. Now an even 1-1. Checks her runner out first, throw not in time. Checks her runner out first again, not in time. That one fouled off to the right. Now a 1-2 count. Ball low and outside. Now an even 2-2. Takes it cut on that one, going into left field, making the grab for out number 1. Runner tags up, holds them at first. Now to the plate, number 14, Dawson Brown. First offering, takes a cut on that one and fouled off towards the Pleasant Grove dugout. That one well hit, going back to the right, and that is a ground rule double. Takes a one hop over the fence. That will bring up number 15, Brandon Manuki. As I believe Pleasant Grove just intentionally walked him. As now we have bases loaded with number 4, Jake Welch, coming to the plate. That one popped up. Making the grab for out number 2 as one run comes in from third. Now 2 outs on the board, 8-2. Vikings trail by 6. That will bring up number 1, Ozzie Williams. First pitch outside. On high for ball number 2. Taking strike number 1. Takes a cut on that one, goes into center field and making the grab for out number 3. 1 run scored for the Pioneers in the top of the 7th, now 8-2. As Vikings have a chance in the bottom of the 7th.
Pleasant Grove having one final chance as number 37, Brad Farr, will step up to start off the bottom of the 7th. As Brad Farr has himself in a 2-0 count. Brad Farr caught looking for strike number 1. Brad Farr making contact and fouling that one back. As Brad Farr now has himself in a 2-2 count. As Brad Farr making contact going in the center field and caught for out number 1. As Lehi only needs 2 more outs to end this game, as the loser of this game will play the loser of Harriman versus Davis, and the winner will play the winner of the Pleasant Grove versus Lehi will play the winner of Harriman Davis. As now up to bat, number 7, Ryder Huntsman. As Huntsman now in a 2-0 count. Ryder Huntsman caught looking for strike number 1. Ryder Huntsman making contact and fouling that one back. As Ryder Huntsman has himself in a 2-2 count. As Ryder Huntsman cut on a miss for out number 2. As now bringing up the top of the lineup, number 11, Nash Bennett. Nash Bennett has the chance here to put Pleasant Grove on a roll, as Lehi only needs 1 more out. As Nash Bennett taking ball number 1. Bennett taking strike number 1 now in a 1-1 count. As pitching for Lehi, number 22, Ryder Ockey. If I said that last name wrong, I apologize. As Nash Bennett has himself in a 2-1 count. Ryder kicks it, deals. As Nash Bennett making contact with that shortstop. Cannot, as they get him out at first, as they call it in time. As everyone thought he was safe. As the last second call calling Nash Bennett out at first to end the game. Pleasant Grove 2, Lehi Pioneers 8. As that is going to do it for today's game, as Pleasant Grove will go on into the losers bracket, as they're going to play the loser of Harriman versus Davis tomorrow, again at the same time, 11 a.m. here at UVU, and Lehi will move on to play the winner of Harriman and Davis, as the number 10 seed beats the number 2 seed 8-2, as Pleasant Grove honestly not having just from the start of the game not having the best pitching performance at all. Keaton Nordic allowing 5 runs, or 5 runs, yes. 5. As Keaton Nordic allowing 5 runs, bringing in Hiram Long after that. Hiram allowing 0, and then bringing in Maddox Webb, and then pulling Maddox Webb out, and then bringing in Noah Brady to end the game as Boston. Do you have anything you would like to say?
Pleasant Grove just not having the best offensive performance there either, or defensive. Pleasant Grove just struggled hard, and in regular season in region play, we definitely saw that, as well as Lehi being one of the 2 teams that Pleasant Grove struggled against the most, being them and American Fork. And Pleasant Grove coming off of the loss, looking great at the start of the season, came out losing to the 10th seed in the first round of state play. And second round, I apologize. I forgot that they had a bye. And yeah, just not a great moment for this team.
Just struggling all around, as we will see you tomorrow at the same time, 11 a.m. at the UVU against the loser of Harriman versus Davis. For the final time today, I'm Zane Grothy.
And I am Boston Harding.
And we will see you tomorrow at 11 a.m.